All right, good day everybody, and welcome to yet an exciting segment of another video on rolling with the Nator, which focuses on industrial and organizational psychology as a degree. So as some of you would know me and some would not, my name is Nozipho Lepele. I am currently doing my master's in industrial and organizational psychology at the Northwest University Potchefstroom campus. So the main reason why I'm doing this video is because of the common questions that you guys had for me when we posted the previous video, whereby I was discussing about honor selection, master selections, what happens at the assessment centers, how do you get into your undergrad, what do you need, what points do you need, what do you need to study, and all of those other things, you understand? And also about the board exams, a bit about board exams. So today I'm just here to just answer some of the questions that you guys had. We also posted on social media platforms. If you're not following me, I am on Instagram, I'm Nozipho_Lepele. On Facebook, it's Nozipho Lepele, and on LinkedIn, it's Nozipho Lepele. So just follow me on those social platforms. So we posted a poster. I post whereby we were asking you guys to just comment under it as well as to what you would like to know about IOP. What would you like me to answer from? What would you like me to answer about industrial psychology, especially for those that are aspiring to become industrial psychologists, or those that are aspiring to apply for their honors or their masters, however the case may be. So I must just put a disclosure that I have not yet been in industry, so I'll just be giving my 2 cents of knowledge about IOP. So I'm just hoping that it will be helpful. So yeah, let's go to the questions that you guys had. So first question is, what is an IOP? So I think this question I got from, I think it's a student, or rather a learner in high school, who maybe has intentions of studying towards industrial psychology. So they wanted to know exactly what is it, you understand? So I'm gonna try to explain it in not too much jargon. I'm just gonna be simple and easy so that you can get a grip of what it is. So an industrial psychology is a human behavior specialist. So you study the behavior of humans in an industry or an organization. So I like to say industrial psychology, it is what it is. It's a psychologist in an industry. So you bring your psychological knowledge, all the psychological principles, you apply them to the business. I understand. And this will then enable you to enhance the employees' careers, to enhance their jobs, you understand? So when you enhance their jobs, they will ultimately be able to work optimally, to perform. And when they perform, the business objectives gets becomes good. We understand. So, and ultimately the economy of South Africa is because when businesses are thriving, then the economy also is thriving. You understand? So that's basically, in a nutshell, what an industrial organizational psychologist is, or what industrial psychology is. And then we got another question that said, how do you become an IOP? I think most of my people here who ask these questions are learners, because I love these questions. It shows hunger for IOP. Anyway, how do you become an IOP? Literally, what is the process, or the process, like the stages, the path towards becoming an IOP? So firstly, you will do your undergraduate degree, which is what I did, in either BA in industrial psychology and labor relations management, or BCom in industrial psychology and labor relations management, or BCom in industrial psychology and HR. I know other universities offer, BCom industrial psychology as it is. And then after your 3-year degree, then you will do your honors in IOP. Now, in the previous video, I explained what's happening with, applying for honors, the whole selection procedure and the whatnot. And then afterwards, you will have to do your masters. Now, your masters composes of two parts: your M1 and your M2. Your M1 is your modules, because you have classes, you know, and modules, and then your M2 is your mini dissertation. So you have to apply for your masters. So after you're done with your masters, then you'll do your 12 months internship. Not 3 months, 12 months internship. And after doing your internship, then you will have to write a board exam to become an industrial psychologist. But if you don't want to become an industrial psychologist after your honors, you then have to write a board exam to become a psychometrist. You understand? So that is the process of becoming an IOP. So okay, someone asked me, why did I personally choose IOP? Why did I choose IOP? Anyway, I chose IOP because I have so much passion for people. I have such a great passion to see people thrive. I have such a great passion to see people, you know, develop to being who they were meant to be. You understand? So that's one of the reasons why I chose IOP, because I have so much passion for people, you know. So I have this I don't know what it is called now. My English is running away. But I really want to see people reaching their truest and highest expression of themselves, you know, reaching their optimal, you know, optimal beings or optimal performance. You know, you just not who you are, like when you were born. You actually, when you are born because there's a purpose that you have on earth, you know, that you need to fulfill. You understand? So I really like seeing people you know, thriving, you know, whether you're in your career, whether you're in life, or any aspect that you find yourself in. So that's the whole, you know, reason why I chose to take a path of industrial psychology, or rather psychology to say. Okay, and then what's the other question? And then there's a question that says, okay, what are the employment opportunities for IOP in South Africa? So firstly, obviously, after your masters or after you finish your M1, you have to get into an internship. So there are different industries that, or rather businesses or organizations that offer internships in IOP, such as the government sectors, like the MPI. I know the MPI offers great internship opportunities for IOP graduates. Also in banking, you can also enter into graduate programs. There are a lot of companies like consulting companies, corporate companies, banking, mining, manufacturing companies that actually offer, you know, employment opportunities for IOPs. You know, like you can be a talent manager. You know, you can be in the HR, you know, sector, whereby you deal with human capital and so forth. Another thing is, other people choose to start their own practice once they've registered as IOPs. So I remember one of the last year we had like an assignment whereby we had to interview one of the 5 or something of industrial psychologists. And one question that I asked this one industrial psychologist was that if I want to venture into my own consulting company, how would you advise? And then she said, I would advise you to actually find your feet in industry, you know, work for a couple of years, let's say maximum of 5 to 6 years, you understand? Because right now I'm very, you know, into career guidance. That's where I think maybe, you know, I'm gonna find that's my niche as of yet. But I might enter into an industry and find out that there are other disciplines of industrial psychology, such as wellness or employee well-being or organizational psychology, that, you know, I could, you know, venture into and be good at. So she advised me that, you know, I must just find my feet in industry, you know, explore all these other disciplines in an industry before I can just go and start my own consulting company. You know, I must have, like, you know, when you know that you have the theory, you have the practice, you have the experience for you to enter into a consulting or to just start your own company, it becomes very easy because now you have a clear mission and vision and all of those things. So that's what she advised me. But if you are currently doing your internship and you already have like a business plan that, you know what, this is my consulting company, listen, the sky's the limit, so go for it. You understand? This is what the advice that I got from her. So yeah. All right, so another question came and said, what are the industries that offer IOP internships? I already mentioned that. I said it's consulting companies, corporate companies, mining and manufacturing, banking, government, and as well as the academia, you know, research companies. I know the University of Free State, UOFS, offers IOP internships in their university, so you can also venture into that. And then the second part of the question said the duties that are covered in an IOP internship. You understand? So I'm not quite informed about, you know, all the duties, but you can go to the HPCSA website. I think it's form 218, if I remember well, from the webinar yesterday. So yeah, some of the, you know, duties or topics that are covered in an IOP internship include organizational psychology, personal psychology, testing and assessments. Probably you'll get snippets of what you were doing during your honors. Remember, on your honors you had to do like those practical hours and whatnot, and especially if you were in NW. I don't know about the other universities, but yeah, employee wellness as well as professional ethics and many more. But I remember our lectures used to emphasize ethics. Like literally, you must know your ethics. So whether you're writing a board exam for psychometry or writing a board exam for IOP, you really should know your ethics. You need to be an ethical professional, an ethical professional. You know, you must be ethical, because if you're not ethical, then you are bringing shame to this field. You cannot be bringing shame to this IOP field. You need to be ethical at all times. So that's one of the topics that are covered in the internship. So if you want to know more, just go to the HPCSA website and just they have like a list of everything that has to be covered in that internship. And then someone said to me, or asked me rather, how can one prepare for both the psychometric and the IOP board exam? So okay, I have information, bits of information of how you can prepare for your board exam, which is you can go to the HPCSA website. They normally have like study material that they post there with regards to, you know, preparation for the board exam for both the psychometry and the IOP. Now for your after your honors, for your psychometric board exam, you should also purchase this book. Apparently this is a very good book for you to study when you are going to write your board exam, as well as the study material that is there on the website as well. So with the IOP, then you also have to extract that or download that those study materials and study them so that you may pass your board exam. But more information is on the HPCSA website, and you'll also know how many marks you need to pass. I know for psychometry it's 70%. I'm not quite sure about IOP, but anyway, the HPCSA has a lot of information, I can tell you that. Anyway, and then someone said to me, is it true that you have to have 3 years work experience before applying for masters in IOP? Can I tell you my story? I did my 3-year undergrad degree, I went to my honors, I went to my masters, so I never really worked in between. It's not like a MBA. You know, with MBA, before you can enroll, you have to have a particular number of years of working for you to actually, you know, get into the MBA. But with IOP now, it's not necessary. You can choose to do your undergrad and go work and do your honors and do your masters, or do your undergrad, do your honors, work, do your masters. It's up to you, or just be like me, right through. You understand? So it's up to you really. You don't need any 3 years experience. Yeah, if my focus is financially reward it is okay if my focus is a financially rewarding career, which measure would you suggest? All right, I think this person who asked me this question, I think she's currently in her undergrad, so she wants to know whether she must do an honors in industrial psychology, HR, or labor relations. So now she wants me to suggest as to which measure. Is it labor, or is it HR, or is it IOP that is if because if she says if she is she's focused on what financial rewards. Well, my suggestion is don't pursue a postgraduate degree because you're looking for money. Just do it because you have, you really want to explore this field and you have passion for, like I said, people. You understand? It's very important for you, especially when you want to pursue postgraduate degree in IOP. Make sure you have passion for people, because if you don't and you are just looking for it's money, it's gonna be frustrating for you. Literally in the first 3 months it will be hell for you. But if you enjoy working with people, if you enjoy seeing the best in people like I do, then it's gonna come with ease. A lot of industrial psychologists that I've encountered with and that I've spoken with, they always emphasize passion, literally. And when they did that, I was like, thank God I actually in the correct lane. Understand? So make sure, my advice or my suggestion is, please evaluate your values and make sure whatever measure you select, it's in line with your values. Understand? So, but then I will advise one thing: make sure you are passionate. Anyway, okay, this is the last question. Is it the last question? Yes, it is the last question, sadly. Anyway, what advice would you give to someone applying for honors for the first time? Advice. You want to know advice? Okay. Firstly, if you're doing your BA in industrial psychology and labor relations management, especially if you are in your first year or second year, even if you are in your third year right now, make sure you know the kind of modules that you must add, because when you do BA, there are certain modules that you have to add, especially if you're studying here at the Northwest University. Certain modules that you have to add in order for you to qualify for honors in IOP. Secondly, you must also check your average. I think average is 65, if not 70. So just make sure that your marks are very, good. And they also check your core modules. So make sure you work hard on that. And then now, what I will advise for someone who wants to pursue an honors degree, or rather who wants to apply for honors for the first time, I would like to tell you that you must expect to work hard. You're gonna have to work very, very, very hard. You're gonna have to have immersive, I think that's immersive, right? Or huge amounts of discipline. You're gonna have to know how to prioritize. If you're someone who has a lot of social activities happening, you're gonna have to prioritize, because there's a lot of work, there's a lot of assignments. Again, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with people of different personalities, because you're gonna work in groups most of the time, and working in groups can test your patience. So you must really be ready to deal with people from all walks of life. You understand? And then another thing that's very important, you're gonna have to learn how to step out of your comfort zone. There are a lot of assignment presentations that you're gonna do as a group, but not one person is supposed to speak in that whole presentation. All of you have to speak. So if you are nervous of the crowd and whatnot, better develop your presentation skills and practice presenting and all those other things, because you're really gonna have to step out of that comfort zone. And another thing is, again, you're gonna discover yourself. There are things there are gifts or skills or whatever that you have that you don't know about, and getting into an honors degree or yes, especially honors degree in industrial psychology, HR, or labor relations, you're gonna see, like me, I never really thought that I am very good in doing presentations. My presentations tend to be quite good and very funny, so I never really knew that about myself. So I discovered myself in that sense. Again, with creativity, there were times whereby when we had to do presentations, you have to use this other app called Canva. I never heard of it, so I had to learn it myself, and once I learned it, I saw how I can be creative with my presentations for marks as well. So you're really gonna learn a lot about yourself. You're gonna amaze yourself. Let me tell you that you're gonna amaze yourself. Right now I'm still amazed at myself, actually, judging from, let's see, metric and undergrad. Like, I have grown so much, and I'm so grateful that I actually took the step to do a postgraduate degree, because had it not been, I don't think if I ever did a postgraduate degree I would have been where I am right now, like literally, but anyway. So also meditation is very, 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 very good. I don't know what religion you are in, but what I used to do is to I would get myself into a place of prayer, you understand, just to ease off because it was a lot of work. Everything was just all over because I was not really ready for everything. So praying brings that sense of peace into your circumstances, whether it's studies or probably you might have maybe a family challenge. So praying or meditating, however you meditate, not saying you must just pray. People do yogas and all those things. It just brings us that sort of that sort of center. You just center yourself and gather your focus and carry on with the business of whatever you're doing. So make sure you get into meditating and whatnot. And then but just know that it's not like it's all work no play. Do play a little bit. It's just that with me, I didn't have any I didn't have anything to do to play, so it was just what work. Well, work, church, no, school work, church. That was like my extra thing that I did. But if you're a person who likes to go out, who likes to travel, do it. It's very good, because you can't be focused on your academics only. You're gonna enter into depression. You're gonna enter into burnout. So make sure you do something extra aside, just to ease off your mind of things. Understand? So with that being said, that is the end of our questions, unfortunately. If you have any other questions that you would like me maybe to emphasize on, or to just elaborate on, just leave your comment below, and then I will then come back to you. So with that being said, if you have any other questions that you feel like I should include or maybe elaborate on, just leave your comment on the comment section below. And then again, please go to the Siops' YouTube channel and subscribe, like and share. Listen to the videos. I remember yesterday and somewhere in May, I was watching one of their webinars, which was hosted live on YouTube, or live on Zoom, but live on YouTube as well, whereby they invited different industrial psychologists working in different disciplines. Some of them had their own practice, so they had like valuable information about industrial and organizational psychology as a career. So just head there, just go and subscribe and listen to those videos, and believe me, trust me, if you're an aspiring industrial psychology, you're gonna get valuable information from those videos. So with that being said, I would like to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, share, subscribe to this video, and till we meet next time. Bye.